Good morning, students of class 12th. Welcome to your online classes of English. Now, see, students, in the previous class, I have told you about job applications. Now, see, today, under advanced writing skills, long composition, today I will be telling you about article writing. Now, what is article writing? Article writing, you are giving in the newspapers and magazines. Just like what are written in newspaper and magazines, letters written to editors and report writing also. Letters written to editors and report writing also. Those compositions are also written in newspaper and magazines. Just like that, article writing is also written in newspapers and magazines. Why you are writing this? Because you are making the general public aware about something. They should be aware about something. It could be based on any of the following topics. It could be based on issue raised in articles, or it can be about facts also. It can be about what, as I told you, issue raised in articles, or it could be about facts also. Now, always remember, article writing comes under long composition. It comes under long composition, and it should be written within 150 to 200 words. It should be written within 150 to 200 words, and do not exceed that word limit more than that. It should be neither too short, neither too long. Okay, it should be neither too short, it should not be long also. Where you are giving the article is given just like report writing, letters written to editors, we are giving in newspaper and magazines. Article writing is also given in newspaper and magazines. And what we are discussing in articles, about issue raised in articles, or it could be about facts also. Okay. Now, what is the marks distribution of article writing? Format always carries 1 mark. Whether it is short composition or long composition, format always carries 1 mark. Content carries 2 marks, and expression carries 3 marks. Okay, that is equal to 6 marks. When the question paper was of 100 marks, article writing was of 7 to 8 marks. Now the question paper is shorter, that means it is of 80 marks only. That's why article writing is of 6 marks. It is distributed according to 6 marks. Now see, we are talking about article writing. As I already told you, in article writing, what we are discussing about, we are generally discussing about issue raised in article, or it could be about facts also. Now see, I will be telling you more about that. Now it comes under long composition, and it is a long composition. It should be written within 150 to 200 words. Sometimes a verbal or visual input may be given. Sometimes in the question they are giving the verbal hints or visual hints. On the basis of that you have to write. And sometimes they don't give also. And where you are writing the article, just like report writing, letters written to editors, it should always be written in newspapers and magazines. Okay, but in most cases you are provided by verbal or visual inputs. Sometimes they provide you and sometimes they don't also. To guide you and help you, verbal input and hints are given to guide you and help you. In such cases, use your general ideas and meaningful sentences to write the article writing. Okay, that means when you are writing the article, the meaningful sentences should be there. Superfluous sentences or irrelevant sentences should not be there in article writing. Now, what are the basic hints? I will be telling you about that also. First of all, study carefully the hints or points given in the verbal input. Okay, along with the question, the hints and verbal inputs are given. You have to read those things very carefully. As I always told you, always read the question with utmost carefulness. Don't be careless while reading the question. You must give utmost importance while reading. You must be giving the importance to the question. You should be very careful and you should be you should not be, that means I want to say that you should never be careless while reading the question. That means you should be very careful while reading the question, because everything is mentioned in the question. You should give importance to that. That means according to that only you are writing the composition. Okay. Study carefully the hints or points given in the verbal input. Arrange the hints given in order. If the hints are given, you have to arrange that in order. You want to develop them for writing the article. Okay. What is the next point now? You could say, you may have some new ideas or views about the subject or the issue raised in the article. Coordinate your own ideas with the hints given in the input and rearrange them in a logical order. The hints are given, that means you have to rearrange it in a proper sequence. It means that develop each point in a systematic and logical manner. Each point should be developed into a systematic manner and a logical manner. Okay, your composition should not be sketchy. It should not be sketchy. It should not be too long. It means that the first few sentences should introduce the topic, then the main idea, then after that what? Main issue of the article or the main facts of the article, you could say. The last few sentences should state your conclusion on the topic or issue. That means when you are ending your composition over here, you can see on the board, the last few sentences should state what? Your conclusion on the topic or issue. It is very important that how you are ending your composition, how you are finishing it off. That is very important. It could be about the topic, could be based about anything. It could be about issue raised. Mostly in the examination it is asked about issue raised only. Very rarely it is asked about facts. Okay. That means in the examination it is always asked about the issue raised. As you are writing in report writing or letters written to editors. Okay. About the issues and all, about the problems and all. In article writing also, mostly we are writing about the problems and issue raised. Okay, always remember that. Now see, don't exceed the given length. You should never exceed the given length. It should be between 150 to 200 words limit only. Okay, the first few sentences should introduce the topic, main idea, main issue of the article. The last few sentences should state your conclusion on the topic or issue. I already told you. Okay. In a long composition, it is always better to divide or arrange your article into suitable paragraphs. Article writing should be written in suitable paragraphs. 4 to 5 paragraphs will be sufficient. Okay. 4 to 5 short paragraphs will be sufficient for that. Always use a simple and a grammatical correct language. You should be using always simple and grammatically correct language. Your expression and phrases should fit into the scheme of your writing. That means your phrases and sentences should fit in the scheme, whatever subject matter you are writing on. Okay. At last, I would say your composition should be meaningful. Your composition should be very meaningful, brief and to the point. It should be brief and to the point. Unnecessary or superfluous details. Superfluous details means what? Irrelevant phrases or sentences you should never write. Or explanation must be avoided. Okay, that means irrelevant details or explanation must be avoided. Okay, so these are the things which you should keep in mind while writing an article. Now, article writing could be asked on any of the following topic. If I say about facts, you have visited Kerala and you enjoyed joy of living in the lap of nature. Okay, you have visited Kerala recently and Chandigarh, you know, that means it is fully divided by God's grace. That means you can see greenery all over the place. In Kerala and Chandigarh, if you talk about, and if you have visited such places, that means you have to write about the facts, joy of living in the lap of nature. You have to develop your own ideas and you can make a paragraph and you can write about that. Okay? If I talk about facts, a visit to a hill station. If you have visited Kashmir, if you have visited Nainital, you can write about that. That is about facts. Okay? So this is about facts. Now you can talk about issues and problems, okay, and suggestions also. Indian TV serving the nation. Okay, Indian TV serving the nation. About that you can write an article. Okay, cruelty to animals in circus. We often see cruelty to animals in circus. Okay, it could be based on any of the following topics. Whether it could be facts or it could be based on issue raised or problem raised in the article. Wildlife sanctuaries, the problems and their contribution, physical education in schools, you can talk about that. Making national cadet corps compulsory in school, that means NCC we are talking about. Making national cadet corps compulsory in school. Okay, obesity among the school children. Okay, you can talk about that. That means indiscipline in school. This is a problem, this is an issue. You can raise a topic about that in your article writing. Keeping your school neat and clean. You can talk about that in your article writing. Article writing could be based on any of the following topic. Always remember that. Okay. Now suppose In article writing, we have taken the question about what? I will read out the question to you. Indian TV is doing a great service to the general public. Indian TV is doing a great service to the general public. Write an article giving your views on the above topic in 150 to 200 words. Article writing should be written within 150 to 200 words. For a leading magazine, you are Earth Aarti, a citizen of Patna. Always remember, when you are writing any composition, whether it is short or long, title should always be given. Now, in article writing also, you are giving the title. First of all, give the title to your article writing. Indian television serving the nation. Indian television serving the nation. By whom this article is written, you can write that, you can mention that. Boys will write Earth and girls will write Aarti. Boys will write what? By Earth and girls will write Aarti. Any one name should come. Okay, leave one line for neatness. Okay, now you can describe about the body of the article writing, the subject matter of the article writing. According to the subject given in the question, you have to write on that. Now here the inputs are not given, so you have to develop your own ideas. Okay, here the inputs are not given, so you have to develop your own ideas. It's a very general topic. Now the subject you can discuss about this topic, Indian TV serving the nation. Now see how the language should be written. Okay, Indian TV has, we are dividing it in paragraph. In paragraph we will be dividing. Indian TV has come of age. It made a modest beginning in 60s. That means in India, television came in 1960s of the 20th century. Gradually, it developed into the most powerful and effective medium of mass entertainment and education. Really, television is one of the most wonderful gifts of science to man, to visualize the remote in another feather in the cap of man. This is a proverb. It is a remote is another feather in the cap of man. The greatest services of TV, you can divide it in paragraph. The greatest service of TV has been in the field of education and mass enlightenment. Teaching of science and technology has made it the most effective tool for the mass education. Promotion of health and hygiene among the common masses is another great contribution. Liberalization and globalization has widened the range and volume of TV in India. The monopoly of the Doordarshan was broken by the private channels. TV channels earn millions in advertisements and sponsorships for sports and games. ESPN, DD Sports and 10 Sports mint money by sponsoring international games and sports. The most wonderful contribution of Indian TV has been in the field of entertainment. Serials like Uttaran and Balika Vadhu, what we have watched recently in the private TV channels, have become household names for millions in India. We have highly informative and entertaining programs also in television, like Kaun Banega Crorepati. Then we have songs, films, quiz competitions with all its shortcomings. Indian TV has done marvelous job in educating and entertaining masses in India. Okay, this is how the in last few sentences should be stated. That means how you are ending the topic. The last few sentences should be like that how you are ending the topic. Listen to again how you should be ending the topic of an article writing, because we are writing on the topic Indian television serving the nation. Again listen to that how you are ending your conclusion part. Then we have songs, films and quiz competition with all its shortcomings. This is a very important phrase. With all its shortcomings, Indian television has done a marvelous job in educating and entertaining the masses of India. The masses in India. Okay, so you can end it in that way. So in this way, article writing should be written. So article writing could be based on any of the following topics. It could be based on facts, that you are writing about facts. It could be based on problems, issues. Mostly in the examination, it is asked on the topic of problems and issues. Okay. So thank you very much. God bless you all. In the next class, we will be discussing about the next topic in the composition part. Thank you. God bless you. Best of luck for your examination.